Hello, everyone. So in this screencast, I'm going to be going over the juvenile injustice charging youth as adults is ineffective, biased, and harmful activity. So as you see here, it's going to take you to a Google Hyperdoc in which in the top box, the article that you will be reading is linked. So when you click on this, it'll take you to this article, and there are no annotative instructions. So for some of the articles that we read in here, I require you to highlight, I don't know, for example, like pathos in blue or whatever. In this one, all you're going to do is be reading this article. And as you read, you will be answering these questions on this article to submit on Schoology. One thing you're going to notice on this article is at the top in this blue box, I've included the MLA citation for you so that later on in this week, when you do blog post number 1, you're going to have to include your MLA citations at the bottom of your blog post. So when you cite from this article, you can just go here, copy this, and then paste it into your blog post when you have cited from it. So you'll see here, you'll read through. It's a pretty interesting article. It's a great overview about what's going on in the juvenile justice system. And as you'll see in blog post number 1, in your first paragraph, you're going to have to give basically an overview of what's going on in the juvenile justice system. So this article is a great resource for you to look at. Talks about the poverty, the kind of communities that a lot of juveniles, delinquents come from, how childhood trauma can have effect. And there's some great statistics in here, some great facts in here, and the headings are very helpful in terms of looking for evidence that you will cite in your blog posts later on in the week. Also, too, what's cool about this article is that it provides solutions for what we can do to stem these issues. So you'll see it does list 10 here at the bottom, and keep these in mind throughout the unit because we'll be talking about things that we can do to help these delinquents that have been, I mean, I guess it's an opinion, but have possibly been unjustly tried as adults for their crimes. So again, you'll be reading that article and you're going to fill out these boxes in the executive summary. All of the answers can be found within the article that you're reading. One thing I want to note here, which may be kind of confusing, this solution exists section. So that's what I was just looking at here. It'll ask you the solution number. That's just the number on the bullet list. So if you chose number 6, you would do solution and then you put number 6, and then the justification or implementation of the plan, meaning, okay, so you chose this solution. So let's say I said number 6, ensure support for families as they navigate the justice system, especially investing in peer mentoring strategies that link families and formerly incarcerated people. So now I have to justify or discuss how I would implement that plan. So to implement, meaning to carry out, right? So how would I carry out that solution? Oh, well, for example, there should be a state mentor that is funded by the federal government that meets with these families at least once a week and walks them through the process, through all of the legal rights that they have, the legal protections that they have, so that when they are in court, they are not blindsided by people who may misuse the law in order to get their way or further their agenda. So that's all we're looking for here. And then you're going to do the same thing. So there'll be 2 solutions and 2 justifications for that. Lastly, you will complete this final thought section in which you will answer these 2 questions. So yeah. When you're done with that, you're going to submit it on Schoology. And remember, you're just submitting this doc. You're not submitting this article. It's just this one here that you're actually writing on. And yeah, so hope you have fun with it. And thanks.